Are you hungry?
Give me something good.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Görgött. Today we're making my favorite cut of beef. It's the hanging tender. We're putting it on the grill and serving it with a homemade herb butter. And this herb butter is to die for. Well, first of all, it's my favorite cut of meat, and the herb butter is to die for. Put those two together, it's a match made in heaven. But before we start, as always, please don't forget to click the subscribe button and the little bell icon. That helps me continue to produce content like this. But that's it. Let's start cooking. All the ingredients for today. We have with the herb butter, obviously butter. This is already salted. We have 2 shallots, some chives, and some Swiss MSG in the form of aromat. And then we have a beautiful hanging tender. This really is my favorite cut of meat. You need to kind of work on it a bit, get some of the fat and so on off, but I will show you how to do that as well. But it's definitely worth the extra effort instead of buying a fillet or something. But let's start with the herb butter. Start off with the chives. Just finely chop them. There we go. That's enough. Put that in with the butter. Now we peeled our shallots. Now let's chop them. I always leave the end on, because then you have something that holds the shallot together. Oh, there we are, our 4 shallots, not shallots, shallots. And they also go into the butter. So time to put in some aromat. And then mix it with a fork. It's a bit hard, the butter now, but it's easier if you kind of leave it out for a bit to get to room temperature. So here we are, our herb butter. I will put that in the fridge. Now it's time to clean up our meat. As you can see, we have one of these kind of tendons going down the middle, so we need to take that out. But first, we need to kind of clean up the top here. Cut away the fat and the tendons and the kind of skin underneath. The connecting tissue, I guess it's called. So we cleaned it on both sides. Now we have to kind of, see this thing that goes down the middle there. I have to try to get that away. Oh, I have one piece. Here we have our 2 pieces. Perfectly cleaned. Well, maybe not perfectly, I'm not a butcher, so there might have been a little bit too much meat going with the waste. And believe me, this is so much better than a fillet. I mean, just look at this kind of marbling of the meat. This goes on the grill, just simply with some olive oil wrapped on it and salt and pepper. So we'll have a look at that now. So, grill is hot, around 200 degrees. We're ready to put our meat on. Leave it a minute or so, then we'll turn it to get the markings nice. And another minute or so, then we'll turn it over and do the same thing there. So more or less 4 minutes, but I always keep this with me, my kind of quick thermometer. Now we'll kind of move them so that they get nice markings. Close again. Another minute or so, and then we'll turn it over. So about another minute has passed, and we can turn them over now. Close the lid up again. Time to rotate a bit again. We'll do the first temperature check. We'll do it in the smaller one. 31 degrees Celsius, so we still have a bit of time. Since you could see that they're kind of different in size, I think it's about time to take the thinner of the two. Yeah, that's 47. We'll take that off. We'll put it in the foil, and then we'll let the bigger one go another couple of minutes. Our big one is ready now as well, so we'll open this up and we'll put that one in too. And now you want to rest these for 10 to 15 minutes before you cut them. So we'll start cutting this baby up. Now we'll serve some of this up. With a nice chunk of our herb butter. And for my family, I will serve this. It's actually going to serve it with artichokes. But for the purpose of the video, I'm just showing you the meat and the butter. Let's give this a try. Can't wait to tuck into this. It really is my favorite piece of meat. A bit of butter on it. And then here we go. So tender, but still, it has, I don't know if you should explain it. It has a bit of a bite to it, but that bite is extremely tender. And with a herb butter, perfect. You got that nice kind of charred taste from the grill, saltiness of the butter, the kind of nice shallot taste. Perfect. If you haven't tried the hanging tender cut yet, it's definitely worth trying out. I mean, you saw me clean it. If that's too much work for you, then just ask your butcher to do it for you. And then you can just take it home from the butcher and put it straight on the grill. But it's really worth it. I bet you would love it more than any other cut of beef. So yeah, give it a try. As always, you stuck with me this long. There must have been something you liked about this video. So click the thumbs up button, give me a like. And if you haven't done so yet, the subscribe button. That's it for this time. Next time, we're actually baking. We're making homemade bread with like sourdough bread. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for this time. Take care. Bye-bye.